here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Redskins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Turn two, sir.
They'll run on first down. Dillon, only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Running right, here's Dillon.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. On 3rd down, here's Peyton. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Running it here with Peyton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
To throw, it's Allen. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 87 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
52. Block 52. 52's the mic. Go.
They'll run it. Here's Dillon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Silver. Shoot.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Set up. 18 Gator.
Oh, you got deep? Tight end right. 4 down.
On first down, Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Allen going to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Allen. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head, and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Out of his end zone, Young. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Third down, Young from the gun. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Running with Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 50 to go.
They'll try to throw now. Young. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 44-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 36, Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Young working out of the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll try the right side here with Peyton. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to, and he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd and inches, Young, blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw, Young. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, It makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Allen now looks to throw. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Let's take it inside his own 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 56 left. 56.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Check 4.
61. Match box.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 41, Young. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Young on 1st down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does,
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, You can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Here we go, G. 56.
On first and 10, Young.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Target. Check 13.
To throw again, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Come on now, let's go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That second down play nets a -4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. From the shotgun, it's Young. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Yo.
Now a first down throw for Young. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
I got you, Pop. He's coming. We got double up.
On second down, Dillon. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
At the 43-yard line.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
Here we go. Alert 3.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
On first down, Dillon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Peyton. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
4 down.
Ready.
Throwing on 2nd down, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Where's 52?
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to sling this deep. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Dillon. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Recon, 132 fighter. Choose the mic. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think? Hey, high 7. Say go.
Here's Allen to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 98 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a give, right side. Dillon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
You better be afraid of me. You hit it.
On 3rd down. Dillon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Kamara try the right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Tight dog.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they give this time to the tailback. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Redskins' defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points. So nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dee Ford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the pressure gets to him again. Dee Ford racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Allen. Dee Ford, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Returnable here from the 38. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Let's go.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. To throw, Young, eluding the pressure right. Now and got his man complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the dump off at 2nd down.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's Young. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Well, a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's third down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. It'll be Young again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
I almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't